And in my opinion, creativity always deserves to and does win ultimately in the end, as displayed by Jaedong there. But Jaedong, the key there was that Jaedong did not allow much to scout that spire, and so therefore much having seen the early extractor and the spawning pool, anticipated that Jaedong was going to be coming up with a Zergling rush, and he thought he was being really clever by putting down 3 photon cannons, blocking off his natural expo, and putting 2 probes in there as well into the mix to try and block any Zerglings that are coming. And all it did in the end was expose him horribly to Jaedong's strategy, and he got right what he deserved.
Yeah, that was. I think that was a little bit cheesy on Jaedong's part, but yeah, I'm not exactly sure what much could have done about it. It's interesting that he did play a pretty standard game, and Much's build would have worked pretty well against a standard Zerg build of going for econ and ground units, and so Much just didn't really luck out there. Although, you know, like I said, I'm not sure what he could have done in that situation. If he'd been going for a 2 Stargate build or something like that, it's possible he could have pulled something out. But it would have been difficult either way.
We're going to see what happens this next game, because psychologically Much has lost twice to the air game. Curious if he's going to plop the 2 gateways down. What are we going into for map 3? Is that going to be on Andromeda? Someone can check that for me. But either way, I'm going to be curious to see if Much in his mental state will just immediately go to the 2 Stargates, and if maybe Jaedong will be able to exploit that. It looks like it's, I'm getting in the IRC chat, they're saying it's Coliseum. So we'll see if he decides to go for those 2 Stargates, just because the mental game at this
It is
point.
Colosseum.
Yeah, it's Coliseum. That's gotta be frustrating for him. Twice losing in the air, and Jaedong's Mutalisks. That is what's brought him to this point. And honestly, that is what looks like it's going to carry him all the way to the finals with Flash at this point.
It is Coliseum is more of a macro heavy map, so I think if Much is going to have a chance to come back, I think Coliseum is probably a good map for it because he's going to be able to take extra bases and it's going to have a lot easier choke point to hold. I think, and hopefully he'll be expecting something interesting from Jaedong a little bit more. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him do additional scouting and go really, go Bisu-esque and send in extra probes all the time to try and get a scout in over and over again.
Well, I think that does it for Game 2. Moving on to Game 3. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.